Hello my boys, good morning. In this beautiful day I will show you how to set up a rarity merc. In case you don't know, in Path of Exile, rarity affects the gold drops. So you'll get slightly more gold each map that you run if you have a rarity merc, and some players would like to do that. So let's jump into the braid. So I struggled thinking of what's the best mercenary to use, and I realized that the one with determination here when we can use Kingmaker is the best. Because Kingmaker not only that will give you an increased rarity aura, but it also will give you permanent fortification and some other bonuses. So you look inside your maps for a mercenary that is strength based with determination and that wields a two-handed axe. That is because we will equip a Kingmaker, which is quite good in multiple regards. Now let's take Greed's Embrace. This will give you 100% increased rarity of items found. This is no-brainer if you want to do this setup. Yeah, another thing that you need here, it's the ring and various, and you make sure you get it with the good rolls or the explicit for the rarity. You put a bless orb for the implicit, so this ring alone will give you 85% increased rarity of items found. Now, because this ring also has a penalty, will lower your elemental resistances, and your mercenary needs to have some resistances, else he will die. I went for a Ventor's Gamble here. You look for good rolls for increased item rarity, and you bless orb the implicit for more rarity. And here you're just interested in the rarity modifier and some resistances. That's all. Life and mana reservation doesn't matter, and you put it here.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so you don't want your mercenary with negative resistances. That's why we will use a Ventor's Gamble here. Now, let's see what else I have here. For the boots, you will buy from the trade website boots with some rarity and resistances again. You want your mercenary not to die. Put it here. Oh, anyway, this mercenary has a lot of life and determination. He will be fine. But you need to have resistances on positive close to cap, if not cap. Yeah, it's important. For the belt here, you will look for, with 30% increased rarity of items found, corruption. Any item which is a belt with 40% rarity of items have corruption. You can even get it with double corruption like determination aura effect. It will help with the determination aura. I tried to play with viscous leash, but sadly it does not trigger. So of course we're using Gravebind, so viscous leash does not trigger. That's why you can use any belt you want with 30% increased rarity of items found, corruption implicit. For the gloves, it is mandatory to use Gravebind. This is when you kill enemies and the mercenary is near you, it will count as the mercenary. So the mercenary has a lot of rarity. All the things that you kill will be counted as the mercenary, which has a lot of rarity, meaning that will drop more unique items and gold. Because rarity also affects the unique items. You will see more often on the ground the rare items and unique items on top of the gold. Yeah? So this is mandatory, the Gravebind gloves here. So I tried Gravebind with viscous leash. Does not trigger the rampage that we get here. Sadly, does not trigger. But it's very easy to check if you get the rarity bonus with the mercenary. You can equip a headhunter while you have the Gravebind gloves, and you will see that the mercenary will get the headhunter buffs when you kill enemies. When you kill the rare enemies, it will trigger headhunter buffs, and that's how you can check it if you get the rarity bonuses. Yeah, it works. Simply put. Yeah. Here for the helmet, you buy a rare helmet from the trade website with some resistance. It needs to be armor based, by the way, because the mercenary has strength. So armor based helmet with some life resistance, and you craft at the bench this beauty here. Rarity when you kill. Let me check here. Increase rarity items dropped by slain rare or unique enemies. Yeah, and you put a perfect roll 45. It has a small roll for 41, 45, so it's easy to get. Put this here. This modifier will not get shown in these stats.
It'll do.
I will show you what I mean in a second. And for the amulet, you use a Perquil Stow. You make perfect the implicit. Rarity of items found, you put 20%. Yeah, here I already had one from my setup. You take Bless Orb here. Very easy, no problem. You put it. Now you're asking me why I'm using Perquil Tor here and not a rare amulet. You can use a rare amulet if you want, but you know, I want to get some bonuses for my character too. Here I'm doing chaos damage, and this amulet is just too good for chaos damage builds and lightning damage builds. And this will give me some rarity on top and will give me lucky hit, which is too big. If you want, you can use a rare amulet, which also has for the explicit some rarity. Yeah, but I encourage, it's good for a lot of builds to use a Perquil Stow here. Yeah, and this is the setup. Very basic setup. Let me check. I forgot something. No. You go here to stats, and you see increased rarity of items dropped by monster 320, but I explained the helmet does not get added here, so it's actually more. Also from the Kingmaker. So we have 30 from the Kingmaker, we have 45 from the helmet, so it's 75 extra. So it's 320 plus 75. This is 400 rarity pretty much, yeah? 400 rarity mercenary, and you use this in your maps and you'll get extra gold. Now, if you want to notice a big difference, you should run still tier 17 maps or tier 16.5. You know, the more gold the map drops, the more noticeable is the difference with the mercenary on. I mean, if you do tier 16, you will still notice, but the difference will not be that big. Yeah, so to get the most out of this setup, you want to run tier 16.5 or tier 17. As a matter of fact, I will do a map showcase now. But boys, my neighbor started drilling holes again. For those new to the channels, I have a neighbor that likes to drill holes all day, every day, you know. Man, I hope you don't hear it on the recording. It's really pissing me off, but I'll try to remain chill. So here I want to do a map showcase with, yeah, let me apply the regex. Oh, he likes to drill holes. He likes to drill holes, nothing that I can do about. But it's funny when I'm starting recording, you know. When I'm not recording, he's not drilling. Just when I start recording, then I will start drilling holes. I'm a little pissed off, I need to be honest with you. Now he stopped. Good, he stopped. Yeah, let's take here. I have a ultimative strategy with Starfall Crater. I will just do a tier 17 with the rarity merc, and you will notice gold everywhere. Put it, here is the tree, and we hit it. Yeah, so basically when I'm gonna kill monsters here, you will notice it, because it's tier 17. Tier 17 map, which tends to give more gold, though, usually. And with the increase, you'll notice even more gold. Bigger stacks of gold dropping. Oh, this also works for tier 16.5. Let's say your build is sucky, you cannot do tier 17. It's tier 16.5 and you do the regex.
I must have time to gather my will.
Starting to question my map choice, if it was the right one. I mean the farming strategy. I think it was not a good... Whatever, I will finish this map. Let me see, I have the correct mercenary. I have... I'll finish this map and you need to believe me that you get more gold. I explained, don't expect miracles, it's like 10%, 20% gold increase. It's very important to mention. Which is not huge, but it's still something. On the long run, if you're farming many maps per day, you will get bonuses from that. Also, you'll notice more unique items dropping, because rarity also affects the uniques. So more rare items, more unique items, this is because of rarity. For those new to Path of Exile, you need to understand that rarity does not affect divination card drops, does not affect currency drops. Yeah, item quantity helps with that. Rarity just for gold and for finding more unique items. That's all. Oh, lo 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 lo. I'm gonna take this.
Is a breath of living air.
Yeah, I think I should have picked another farming strategy, not this one, but no problem. You will see when I'm clearing monsters inside the map, general monsters, I will drop more gold.
The tempest is nigh.
You need to believe me that it's more gold actually, but I don't want to make this video too long. You know, you have the setup at the intro, you copy those items and you'll have a beautiful rarity merc that will also give you fortification aura. Will give you Calling Strike, lucky hits. So you have 400 rarity, but with some powerful bonuses on top for your builds, yeah. Because you want to get some bonuses on top of 400 rarity. So, yeah. Also with this setup, the mercenary is pretty tanky. The mercenary that I'm using is strength base, has a lot of life, determination aura, and yeah. It's not squishy, it's not a squishy mercenary. And Kingmaker makes it even better. It will give him a fortification stack, so he takes less damage. Oh, lo 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 lo. My neighbor stopped drilling. Man, that's a relief. I don't know what's drilling. I think either he's renovating the house again. Like every 1 week he's renovating the house, or he has a workshop, you know? He's building presents for Santa Claus. And fuck this shit, man. Let's see, the last one, no. If the last reward is shit, you don't need to take it.
The expected
Okay, let's see what we get. You should see a lot of gold here. Even from Ultimatum, and this I want to corrupt. Yeah, this is a Firmial Age. Oh, he's not Beast of Burden. Ooh, we want to corrupt him, we want to see something sexy. No. Okay, let me clear General Masters and you will see a lot of gold. More gold. Man doesn't want to drop. Drop the gold. Man, wait, they want to ruin my presentation. Oh. Man, this is embarrassing. No, you need to trust me. This will give you like 10%, 20% more gold. Now, of course, depends on the strategy that you're doing. Here's not an ideal strategy. You want one with a lot of monsters, if you understand what I'm saying. Oh, lo. Yeah, it's more gold. That was horrible. Let's do the map boss.
Inevitable. You will not pay.
No!
I will pay this.
So for those new to the channel, I don't like in general to make a perfect video where I get perfect drops, everything is perfect. You know what you see, I do it on the spot, everything. Yeah.
Impressive.
You need to trust me that you get more gold. Yeah, that's how it works. Well, my boys, again, you have the setup here. It will increase your rarity by around 400%, yeah, which also will give you some strong buffs from the Kingmaker and the amulet here. What I can say, this will help you with finding more uniques in your maps and 10%, 20% more gold find overall, which on the long run will pay off. Enjoy the rest of the day and good luck.